Okay, so I'm continuing day 2 of our Unit 4, Zero and Exponents, but I'm on the back side now. So hopefully you stopped, you tried to do some of these on your own, and now you're joining me again. All right. These are good. I like this. All right, so we've got one number with a negative exponent, right? So right away, I'm going to go ahead and put this over a fraction, right? And this is the only thing that needs to move, so I'm going to put that down on the line. Okay, 4 doesn't change, right? And that plus 5 doesn't change. And 2 squared. If I get rid of the negative sign, flip it over the line, right? So let's simplify that to write 4. So now we can actually add those. 9 over 4, so 9/4. Right? And cube. Okay, this does not have a negative exponent, but this does. Since that's already part of a fraction, I'm just going to do that right there. So I've got 1/3 times. I'm just going to drop that. I'm not going to really deal with that right now. And to get rid of the negative sign, I flip it over the line, right? So right now it's in the numerator, so I want to write it on the denominator, right? And this is the denominator, 2 squared. And remember our filler number is 1. Okay, so 2 squared, what's 2 times 2? That's 4, and for lack of space, I'm just going to do that. So now I've got 1/3 times 1/4. And I know you know how to multiply fractions. We multiply numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator, right? So 1 times 1 is 1, and 3 times 4 is 12. All right, so ready? Do we have a negative exponent? Nope. 3 is not negative, right? So this is just saying the opposite of 1/2 to the 3rd power, because that 3 is only touching the parentheses. So I'm only going to take that 1/2 3 times, and this negative is just going to drop. Okay, so I'm taking 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. That negative is going to drop. 1 times 1 times 1. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. All right, let's move on. What's the only thing within 6 does not have a negative exponent? 6's exponent is a positive 1, actually. So the only thing with a negative exponent is y to the negative 3rd. And how do we get rid of the negative sign? Flip it over the line, right? So let's draw our new fraction line. 6, again, remember 6 does not have a negative exponent. It's just y cubed. All right. And, all right, we've got, that has a negative exponent. It's got to move. Oh, the x has a negative exponent. It's got to move. And that's it. So let's draw our new fraction line. Okay, 4 squared. Okay, we've already decided that it has a negative exponent. That -2 is saying, hey, 4, you're on the wrong side of the line, right? So to get rid of that negative sign, flip it over the line. I took care of that. 3 cubed. So remember, 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 times 3 is 27. So this is 27. I'm going to write 27 up top. Y cubed, no negative sign there, so I'm going to keep it right where it is. And let's see. Okay, I have not dealt with the 6. Oh, the 6 stays right where it is, right? Because there's no negative exponent. It's just the x that has that -4. And so if it's on the denominator now, I want to write it in the numerator. Okay, so I'm not done because I've got 4 squared times 6. I can solve this, right? I'm going to go ahead and drop my work right here instead of over here. So I've got 27y cubed x to the 4th. Nothing there can be simplified. But let's see, 4 squared is 16. So I've got 16 times 6. Let's do my work down here. 6 times 6 is 36. Whoops. 6 times 1 is 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 96. Now I could be done. I might also recognize that I can divide both of these by 3. Yep, so 27 divided by 3 is 9, and this divided by 3 is 32. So 27y cubed x to the 4th all over 96 is fine, or 9y cubed x to the 4th over 32 is also great. All right. Okay, so now I've got 3 cubed. I'm going to go ahead and solve that. That's 27. We've already done that. plus 2 times, all right, so now we've got that negative exponent. How do we get rid of the negative sign? Flip it over the line, right? So 4 squared. And essentially that's over 1, which is just 4 squared. So I've got, and you might say 4 squared. What's 4 squared? 16, right? Now remember PEMDAS, okay? We do not add first, we have to multiply first. So make sure that you're not getting 29 times 16. That's more work. 27 plus 2 times 16 is 32. And then I add these two. I'm just going to go 27 right there. 2 times 7 is 9, and that's 5. So we got 59 there. Ooh, here we go, 0. So this is, we've got to figure out if that negative is included there. So 0. What is the 0 touching? Is it touching just the 3, or is it touching parentheses including the whole thing? Yep, just the 3. So we've got negative 3 to the 0 power is 1. All right, now here, is 0 touching the 3 or the parentheses? Parentheses. So everything inside of there turns to a 1.